God of War Ragnarok. It's probably the most anticipated Sony game right now. I know people are excited for Spider-Man 2, people are excited for Wolverine, but nothing comes close to the current hype train chugging along for the sequel to 2018's God of War, the rebooted universe. It's great. It's fascinating. It pulls from Norse mythology while also putting a new perspective on the original trilogy of the game. A sequel was inevitable. And after tons of teases, we officially got confirmation of God of War Ragnarok in September of 2020. Since then, it's been a slow stream of leaks as well as some official announcements every once in a while. Now, as of this video's production, we haven't gotten an official release date for God of War Ragnarok, but we have leaks. They came out, they point to some really, really good news. Welcome to Video Game Leaks, everybody. That's what we cover. Leaks, rumors, speculations, you name it. And we have a God of War Ragnarok release date leak. That's right. Also, do me a favor. Get in on this Chaos Network PS5 giveaway. Somebody in the Chaos Network is going to win it. Check them all out. All the Chaos Network channels. This channel, the main channel, Chaos FPS, Chaos 4K, Chaos Multiverse. You guys get over there. Subscribe to each one. Leave a comment on any video. And you are automatically entered. We will post the winners on the community tabs early next month. Now, God of War Ragnarok details have been bizarre since its initial tease. A sequel to God of War was officially confirmed, like I said, September 2020, although it didn't have an official title. Now, initially, the game was slated for 2021. It was going to be a PS5 exclusive. However, the console shortages caused by the pandemic, well, they were going strong at the time. They were going strong at the time God of War 2 was confirmed. So it was unclear if you would even be able to get your hands on a console for it to be exclusive on. Now, why launch a giant console-selling game when most people can't even buy your console, right? On top of that, the pandemic hit game devs extremely hard, as a lot of work had to be done remotely, and without the creative environment that usually comes with a development studio, work slowed down tremendously on the game. The devs did their best to keep us hyped with cryptic tweets, PS4 themes, all that good stuff, but ultimately, the game would be delayed in February of 2021. Now, Cory Barlog of Santa Monica Studios tweeted out the game would be released when it's done. That's definitive. Effectively throwing the release date out into the cloud. So, a few months ago, after Barlog's tweet, Sony officially announced it has been delayed until 2022. They need to give the team more time to polish up their vision. I get it. With such a highly anticipated game, it was disappointing to see it get delayed, but ultimately, I think it's the best call. I think everybody's probably going to agree on that. And a few months later in September, we got the game's title. It was confirmed. We already knew, but now it's confirmed. God of War Ragnarok, after leaking a few weeks earlier, and that was where the season of God of War leaks kicked off. Now, I don't know why, but there have been so many leaks about this game, which is starting to seem like a tradition for Sony games. Have you guys noticed that? It seems like every major Sony game now falls victim to huge leaks prior to launch, or maybe it's premeditated. Now, Ragnarok's leaks may not be as extreme as Last of Us 2 or Spider-Man PC, but they're pretty insane when you consider how up and down this game has apparently been during production. Now, Sony confirmed the game was being pushed to this year. The world suddenly went radio silent on the game. No news, nothing. And then rumors began once again that the delay was imminent. Now to be totally fair, I think the game was about to be delayed after so much silence anyway, and Sony never putting a solid release date on the game, well, that was just their way of kind of creating that safety cushion. Industry insiders started coming out within the last few weeks saying they know for sure that the game is still coming this year, 2022, but others have recently started saying the game is being pushed back to 2023. Now, we reported right here not too long ago about a leak coming out about Sony no longer considering God of War's release date to be locked in, and now it's just a big fat TBD internally. So, let's see if we can clarify a little bit. Now, before Sony could say anything official, we finally got a solid release date, and it came from a very, very interesting source. Jinx is a clothing brand that partners with game companies to make some awesome designs based on games, and it was recently revealed that Jinx is going to be releasing their God of War Ragnarok shirts in October of this year, which, to me, suggests the game will release around that time. October is a prime time hotspot for your big video game releases, especially your AAA titles. This is right before Christmas. Everybody gets hyped, and this is a very competitive window for titles. But God of War, it's kind of in its own thing. It doesn't really have competition like an FPS game coming out, like a Call of Duty or an Apex Legends or a Battlefield or something like that. It pretty much stands on its own. So, merchandise. Merchandise for a game doesn't tend to go on sale until a week or two before the game comes out. So, actual like merchandise that comes straight from the company. So if Jinx Ragnarok merch was going on sale in October, I think it's safe to say that the game would be coming as well in November at the latest. So why am I talking this up so much? Well, because this officially means the game shouldn't be delayed until 2023. If they are getting ready with this merch line and they are confident they're going to bring it out in October, that tells me that we should have this game before November's over, before the holiday season. Now, it doesn't explain why Sony hasn't given that solid release date to a game that's allegedly coming out in 4 months, but then again, they don't really have to do that. Think about it. Think about how hyped God of War Ragnarok is right now. Do you really think Sony needs to do anything extra to get people out there to buy this game day one? No, they absolutely don't. The game could come out next week, and it would probably sell just as good as it would in November, or just as good as it would in March of next year. It doesn't matter. Like I said, it's set on its own accord. The first game was so amazing, everybody is ready to continue the story. So to me, it seems Sony's silence on the release date for God of War Ragnarok is a strategy. By not announcing a solid release date, it gives Santa Monica Studios a little wiggle room in case just something goes DEFCON 5 and they need to move the date to later in the year. So staying quiet on the matter, it kind of makes them, they're able to pivot. And it gives the fan base a lot to talk about, us, and speculate on us, like we do on this channel. And that keeps people discussing the game and getting more and more excited. It's a win-win strategy for Sony, and I'm sure Santa Monica Studios does not mind the extra time they're getting to polish everything up. It's a little annoying, slightly stressful when Sony refuses to give us a ballpark estimate as to when a game is coming out, especially one this highly anticipated. But now that the merch release dates are coming out, I think it's safe to say Sony is fully intent on releasing the game rather soon. October's a great month. November will work as well. I'm going to give you an official prediction. We can come back on this video and see if we were right or wrong. I think God of War Ragnarok will either launch mid to end of October or the first or second week of November. There you go. Stamp it down. Hopefully we're right. If we're not, well, we've been wrong plenty of times. We've also been right a lot. So that's my best guess right now. The merch tells the story. You guys let me know what you think. Let me know if you're excited for this game. Are you buying this game day one? It doesn't matter when it absolutely launches. And if we get any new news, I will keep you guys posted. Be sure to enter the Chaos Network PS5 giveaway. I'll see you soon.